I just want to start off with something.
We don't know anything about the characters.
We should just start writing, and they'll start to grow.
But then they can't be consistent.
What are you talking about?
I mean, if we don't know where they're going to go, then how can we keep them consistent from one moment to the next? I mean, how will we keep track of their motivations or anything like that?
What are you talking about?
It's complete nonsense, isn't it?
Yes, I agree. Anyway, like I said, let's just start writing something.
Okay.
So, I have this idea, where the characters can argue about the differences between synecdoche and metonymy. They can say,
Wait, what's the difference between synecdoche and...
metonymy.
Yeah, that.
It doesn't matter. They're both similar. One means a part of the whole, and the other... metonymy is a type of synecdoche, or the other way around. It really doesn't matter. We can look it up later. Do you like that idea?
Maybe, but you're going too fast. We need to scale back. We don't know either of these characters, so we don't know what type of stuff they talk about or what kind of arguments they have.
So how do you want to create these characters?
Well, let's start with their names.
Shouldn't we just name them Paul and Jason?
No, I don't want to do that.
Why not? But at a nice meta level.
No, because I want to create actual characters, not just replaying ourselves.
Well, what's the difference?
I'm not sure. It's just important that people don't think we don't have anything better to do than create thinly veiled narcissistic representations of ourselves.
Do you have any names in mind?
Not particularly. Let me think.
I've been saving the name Irving for a really good character.
Irving's a fine name, but we should be careful. What's our setting?
Buffalo? I don't know. Why does that matter?
Well, names are completely dependent on the time and place where this encounter is taking place, right?
Well, then what first? Should the year you arbitrarily pick be the driving force behind every other creative element?
Yes, but no. Well, would you rather Irving be the driving force behind every other creative element?
What the hell are you talking about?
Look at me! I'm Irving! I live in 1838 Charleston! Vote for Martin Van Buren!
Stop acting autistic.
Maybe Irving's just a stupid name.
So the names don't need to be period appropriate. They just can't be too stupid.
How about Ace?
Jesus.
Ace and Jesus?
Yes, that's what I mean. The characters' names will be Ace and Jesus.
All right, we'll discuss their names later then. How about... Yo, Jesus!
Hey, how's it hanging, bro? Long time no see, Ace.
Oh, this is dumb. I don't want any introductions, no frills. And are we really going to stick with Ace and Jesus?
It's just temporary.
Fine, but I just want to start with our original intentions. These are two guys, overcome by their own creative natures, so much so that writing seems to be their only option.
And then they begin to scream at each other?
No.
Then what do they do?
I've been thinking we should do Bergman-esque dialogue. There's a certain charm to his delightful wit. We can start off slowly with an old man, and he's just staring intently at a baby. Then he could begin to talk in Swedish? No, English.
But you said Bergman-esque. How can you imitate translated dialogue?
And then they can discuss Bergman for a while as Jesus gradually comes to agree with Ace, and then they do something more comic, like Altman. Then they can start to talk at the same
Even
time,
suggest that
but
two
then they
people can
ignore each
imitate
other and
Altman
keep talking,
overlapping
and the conversation
dialogue.
progresses.
Screaming at someone who's clearly not listening.
Totally understand.
What's the point of Altman? It's more Then complimentary.
Why don't we just
start pulling out random sentences from
occupying a
Shakespeare?
shared space, and they're going
Over
over
noise and action,
natural.
silent
People
film.
start to
So we
argue
can
like
do
becoming
well-traveled
We just
stories
got
on
Altman's
Elizabeth
entire body of
Repartee.
work.
This is getting too complicated. How do normal people talk? They're artists, right? Let's have them talking about art.
I don't want to overdo it, though.
So I was watching The Serpent's Egg last night.
That's Bergman, right?
Yes, it's not really one of his best, though. It's in English, too, which must have been uncomfortable for him. I mean, could you imagine shooting something in a language other than your own native tongue?
Von Trier seems to pull it off.
Okay, let's focus. Let's get back to writing.
Okay.
I wasn't asking... Oh yeah, and Iñárritu. What? Anyway, have you seen Persona?
No.
So Wait, you haven't seen Persona?
Nope.
Well, you should. Do you want to?
Not really.
It's a masterpiece, though. Like, really, it's beautiful.
I heard it was arty to no real point.
I don't know what that means. No, I do, and you're just an idiot.
Okay.
Anyway, I want us to write a takeoff on Persona.
Well, then you should do that. I don't know how I can help write a takeoff on a movie I haven't seen.
Do you want to watch it?
Where is this going? Are you just going to have them watch the entire movie?
I don't really know what to do with this. I haven't seen Persona.
Do you want to watch it?
Not right now. Let's at least figure out what they're doing.
Not right now. Let's at least figure out what they're doing.
Who?
Our characters.
I kind of want them to be in a cafe. They could be talking about a woman they just saw on the street. They both find her very attractive, but neither can pinpoint exactly why.
Il y avait une très belle femme dans la rue.
Dans le champ de roue, dans maison bleue, elles sont aussi en dessous.
Why are they speaking in French?
Oh, I want it to be a new wave kind of thing.
And once again, we still don't have character names.
I don't think we should start with. I think we should start with some basic character definitions before we throw them into a French sitcom.
Like what?
How about character names?
Why not just name them Jesus and Ace?
No, that's idiotic.
I completely disagree. It adds an interesting meta level.
Let's just stick with some plain, non-distracting names. How about Paul and Jason?
Don't worry, it's only temporary.
What if they begin by screaming at each other?
Why?
Because they're so passionate about life.
Oh, move. Ever since the world around you unraveling, with a jolt of pride it pulsates and withers, exclaiming to its lord for flesh to call its own.
What thought you had of me? I have as much of you now.
What the hell are you doing? This is trifless gibberish. You should fight with our bow staffs.
Oh, move.
Let us not forget that when we create characters, we're not just assigning them names and presenting them with sharp dialogue. We're feeding them souls. These men exist off the page. They go to work every day in their little nothing jobs, biding time until they may kneel down in their pews, listening to a minister explain how the only life they know is just preparation. They polish their guns they'll never fire, save money they'll never spend, lust after women they'll never approach. These are the thoughts they think all the time. And others too that we can never have access to. Private thoughts and secret feelings. Sometimes they sit alone and cry, but they never tell anyone. Not even each other.
Jesus, I know. But don't you think I feel for these characters? Except they're not just passive infidels. For Christ's sake, they're struggling for their freedom. Two men, Paul and Jason. American slaves, fighting, struggling for what the Constitution owes them. They run through rivers and streams, outwitting dogs and bigots to find what God owes them. And yes, there is a God, and he's a benign figure, and he's not to blame for the cruel actions of mankind. The hangings, the shootings, the dope peddlers hustling kids outside the tobacconist shop. No, they're just men, hardworking and struggling, and I'll say it one more time, struggling. For that's what life is, an arduous struggle. One person works and succeeds, and another strives to no substantial success. And in death, they both die, and the life they've lived matters not.
This is shit.
What's wrong?
We need to lay down some rules or something. This isn't working.
Rules?
Yes, like no rambling monologues.
Wait, you don't like...
No, I don't.
Well, I thought if I...
Then write a novel on your own time.
Fine. Then what other rules would you like to arbitrarily impose?
Let's stop using phrases like life force and tobacconist shop.
Hook!
No hearts.
Enough. They're house painters. They paint houses.
These horses are getting bigger.
We need to start charging based on the horse's size, otherwise we're going to start losing.
This doesn't make any sense.
Wait. I said houses.
Shit.
What? It's a typewriter. There's no delete key.
I want to create something.
What?
Never mind.
No, tell me.
I want to create something. I'm embarrassed to use these words, but beautiful or even transcendent.
Explain.
No, it's embarrassing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't hold back. Just write.
It's the embarrassing moments of pure humiliation that we must lay down on the page, because those are the moments that everyone secretly feels, but fears that they will be judged. It's our responsibility, as men of letters, to express the unadulterated truth. When we reach that moment, and we very well never might reach that moment, but if we do, then at that moment, we will have created art.
How are you doing?
Excuse me, do I know you?
Well, probably not. I'm just a stranger.
Okay, stranger, you got me. I'm not following. What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just a stranger.
Then what do you want with me? I haven't done anything.
No, this isn't an accusation.
What do you want with me? I'm gonna call for help.
There's no one else. It's just me. I'm a stranger.
But...
Wait. Just appreciate the modicum of knowledge. I don't know you, and you don't know me.
So what? Well, please don't rape me.
No. Let's just have a conversation.
Why?
Because we could talk about anything.
You're a Jehovah's Witness, aren't you?
Nope.
Then what, you just want to talk?
Sounds delightful. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I feel really uncomfortable. Never mind. Let me take a crack at it.
Give it here, I'll fix this.
My name is Giacomo Casanova. Creative genius in all aspects of or pertaining to a more.
Like Fellini's Casanova.
No, this isn't a film reference. He's just Casanova.
Like Johnny Depp and Don Juan DeMarco?
Thou ask'st if I can love? Be this proof how much I have loved, that I love not thee. In this vile garb, the distaff, web, and woof were fitted for me. Love is for the free.
Wait, why is Casanova talking about love being for the free?
Because he's confessing his love to Haiti. His heart has been captured, and here, in an intense moment of confession and exaltation, he releases the chains binding his heart and radiates pure amour.
That's not Casanova. You're talking about Don Juan. You know Lord Byron or Douglas Fairbanks in The Private Life of Don Juan?
But I thought Johnny Depp plays Casanova in that film with Faye Dunaway.
No, he plays Don Juan, hence Don Juan DeMarco.
No, but the point of the film is that he thinks he's Casanova.
Right, but no, he thinks he's Don Juan, which is why it's called Don Juan DeMarco.
Like in the Vincent Price movie, Casanova's Big Night.
Exactly, except Vincent Price is Casanova.
No, he only thinks he's Casanova. That's why it's similar.
No, Tony Curtis pretends to be Casanova.
No, that's the amorous misadventures of Casanova.
No, that's Bob Hope in Casanova's Big Night.
I know, I'll get to it. But at first they think they're talking about the same film, but really one is talking about the remake with Tony Curtis.
That's not a remake.
But that's about someone pretending to be Casanova and someone who actually is Casanova.
Yes.
Which one?
Wait, so now are you talking about Fellini's Casanova or Some Like It Cool?
No, Something Like It Cool isn't even on the table. That's just another name for the Tony Curtis one.
Oh, that's actually sort of clever.
I'm sorry, great Giacomo, for having impersonated you.
It's okay. I was but only impersonating Don Juan DeMarco.
I quit.